We are back. It's hard to believe that 3 months ago was the Eurovision Song Contest in Vienna. But while the Eurovision off season is still in its flow state, not much really going on. We have a new competition, a new era for the Eurovision Song Contest as they expand to Asia. And I have watched the first national final from the country of Bhutan. The winner was Nyendra, the song being Lhayi Semo. And I am ready to react to it and all the songs at Eurovision Asia 2026. Shall we listen and react to it? Let's do this! Hey guys, it's Gabriel calling from Eurovision, and isn't it just exciting to be back? Well, it's been a summer. I'm currently away. Joe is on his way back home to England, and he will soon be making content as well. So a change of scenery, and well, a change of scenery also in the Eurovision world. We are so used to covering Eurovision and Junior Eurovision in the continent of Europe. But now we are, expanding. We are over to Asia, and at the moment there are 10 countries confirmed for the first ever, the inaugural Eurovision Asia Song Contest. They are Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Nepal, Philippines, South Korea, Thailand, and Vietnam. There are many rumours that Mongolia may join, Singapore, China, Japan, and India. Those have not yet been confirmed. And I watched the Bhutanese national final. And well, it was an interesting contest, I must say. First of all, there were 5 entries. The favourite going into the contest was Karma Drupchu. I think the song was called The Homeland, if I remember correctly, and that opened the show. A very good performance. The stream on the Eurovision YouTube channel was very up and down, getting stuck with the opening 2 or 3 entries. But performing number 3 was Nyendra, his song Lhayi Semo, which is in the language of Jonka, which I believe is the national language of Bhutan. And this translates to the angel in English. This won the national final. It got 51 points, I believe, which was 9 or 10 above the second place entrant. And yeah, let's have a look about Nyendra himself. Who is Nyendra? So he's 24 years old. He's a Bhutanese singer, songwriter, and a music producer. So he holds a degree in mass communication and journalism from Royal Temple College. His musical style, his sound blends folk pop, acoustic music, and R&B. He writes and produces independently in both English and Jonka. And prior to his Eurovision breakthrough, he built a local digital following with independent tracks like Oh No and Tell Me. It says here that Nyendra won 52 points. It was 40% professional jury, 40% public voting, and 20% rest of the world vote. And I can say Nyendra did get some of my votes. Also, Karmen Drupcu, one of my other favourites. A very interesting show, 2.5 hours long. The interval acts were very long. Performed by very similar. At least 2 of them were long performances from the secondary college. But I really like the authentic sound of Bhutan, and this is what I think is so cool about Eurovision Asia. We are seeing these sounds from other parts of the world, which are really unique, really peaceful, and it made me feel in a very zen kind of state. And I really, really enjoyed the national final. The woman host was fantastic, absolutely brilliant entertainment. She was so energetic. You can see she was so happy to be there and so, full of excitement for the Eurovision Asia, which is starting to look like quite a big thing. Let's talk about what his song Lhayi Semo is about. So it's an inspirational, uplifting song. The meaning literally means the angel. It is written as a contemporary love song that blends emotional, heartfelt lyrics with a modern pop and folk melody. It was written by Nyendra alongside Lungten Wangchuk. The song combines a Western pop R&B ballad structure with Bhutanese musical sensibilities. Okay. Not much about the song. It's not probably. Bhutan is a very small country. If we look at the Bhutanese population, it's about 800,000, so not a lot of people. We will go into some facts about Bhutan later, but I think we should just get straight into the song. This is Nyendra. The song is Lhayi Semo on the Eurovision YouTube channel. Here we go. If you haven't listened to it before, this is your chance to listen and react live with me. Here we go. Hitting play. I love this kind of like very unique sound to the Bhutanese culture. I'm really, really in love with it.
Lhayi Semo 숨 지원하네 Lhayi Semo 숨
He's got this amazing vocal, absolutely fantastic.
Wherever you go nothing that you want
Very simplistic staging. It wasn't a little studio. And Bhutanese kind of clothing that everyone wore, but what a voice. I can see why the juries at the show were in love with him. Absolutely fantastic. It's like this kind of first verse after a very long, gripping start. He has just got such. His voice just brings you in. It makes you feel part of the performance. What I love about this is I feel so, touched by the performance, but there's nothing so flashy about it. It's just pure quality. And in Pitch Perfect, his vocals are just brilliant. Well, what a quality start to Eurovision Asia. I mean, we have nothing to compare it to so far. And that is a brilliant start from Bhutan, who really are a very, very small country and must love that they can have their voice shown on the stage of Asia in Thailand on November the 14th. Let's dive into these lyrics, shall we? Could someone like the heavenly goddess enter in my life? Could someone like the heavenly goddess enter into my life? Wherever you go, I'll follow you. I am turning everything that I feel about you into words. Would you listen to my heart? Would you listen to my heart? Well, we will go into this more about the lyrics, but first of all, we can see that this is a love song, as we said before, longing for someone, wanting someone to come in, praying for someone to come into his life, partner, to bring love and a spark. Let's carry on reading. Could someone like the heavenly goddess enter in my life? Could someone like the heavenly goddess enter in my life? I keep on wondering if you already have a place in my heart or not. But every time I see you, the world that I'm looking at instantly becomes so beautiful. Oh, so is it someone he knows who it is, the person? He wants someone in his life. Maybe he knows exactly who it is. I wonder if you will like me too when your eyes meet mine. I can't help wondering if it could ever fall for me, your heart, when your eyes meet mine. Well, host of the show was talking about how good looking he is and how much everyone in Bhutan is going to vote for him because he is such a lovely looking guy, and he was so emotional after his victory. He was so to be like, this is a big deal. The first ever Bhutanese song to go to Eurovision Asia, the first ever song to go to Eurovision Asia. So if we look about Bhutan in a bit more detail as a country, I really want to learn about the countries themselves at Eurovision Asia, considering I don't know too much about them. Reading on Wikipedia, it says that Bhutan is a landlocked country in South Asia located in eastern Himalayas, so lots of mountains, bordering China to the north and northwest and India to the south and southeast. With a population of over 800,000 and a territory of 38,000 square kilometres, Bhutan ranks 133rd in land area and 160th in population. So a very small country. It is a democratic constitutional monarchy with a king as the head of state and a prime minister in the head of government. The Jai Khenpo is the head of the state religion Vajrayana Buddhism. Well, I thought I would do some research and find for each country 10 really interesting facts about each country that we're going to look at. So here are 10 interesting facts about Bhutan. Fact number 1. Bhutan is one of the world's happiest countries. It famously measures progress using gross national happiness alongside traditional economic indicators. Number 2. Its official name is Druk Yul, meaning land of the thunder dragon. The dragon is deeply connected to Bhutanese identity and appears on the national flag. Number 3. Bhutan is home to some of the highest unclimbed mountains in the world. Mountains above 6,000 meters are generally off limits to climbing, partly because of their spiritual significance. Number 4. It has remarkably preserved traditional architecture. Traditional Bhutanese buildings, including monasteries or fortresses called jongs, are still widely used today. Number 5. Television and the internet arrived surprisingly late. Bhutan introduced television and officially connected to the internet in 1999. I wonder if this is... Maybe we can give them some benefit of the doubt, some credit as to why maybe it was hard for them to stage the national final, why there were some technical difficulties. Because we can see that this is their 27th year using the internet, which is crazy. I mean, people have been using the internet for 50, 60, 70 years. And Bhutan in 1999. So a very... they could say they're right next to on the global map two massive powerhouses of China and India, and this is they're very isolated, very proud of their culture, you can see, but very, they don't show off, they're very conservative. Number 6, Bhutan is exceptionally committed to forests. Its constitution requires that at least 60% of the country remain under forest cover for future generations. Number 7, the Bengal tiger lives at surprisingly high elevations in Bhutan. So tigers have been recorded at elevations of around 4,000 meters, demonstrating how adaptable they can be. Number 8, the national sport is archery. Traditional Bhutanese archery competitions are social events, often featuring singing, dancing, and considerable celebration. Number 9, Bhutan has an unusual approach to tourism. For many years, it deliberately limited mass tourism through a policy often summarized as high value, low volume, aiming to protect its culture and environment. And number 10, Bhutan became a democratic constitutional monarchy in the 2000s. The country held its first parliamentary elections in 2008, transitioning from centuries of monarchy toward a democratic system while retaining its king as head of state. Well, Bhutan is a very, very interesting country. I saw the pictures at the beginning of the national final, and I was like, I really want to go there. You can just come to peace with yourself and to just separate from the world, a place of thought, reflection. And this song, we're going to talk about it more now, gives me a sense of peace. It gives me a sense of, everything's going to be okay. Everything will work out. Now, there isn't really much to compare it to at the moment, considering we haven't got any other songs for Eurovision Asia confirmed at the moment. But the overall reaction online is pretty good. On the Eurovision World website, 4.4 stars out of 5 is pretty impressive. And, there was obviously many people wanted Karmadrupchu to win. His song beforehand was my personal favourite. It had that really lovely, intriguing beat. Felt very original. But this, it doesn't show up. It doesn't brag. It is beautiful in its own way. It reminds me of something that Portugal would send to Eurovision. They don't really care what other people think about them. They will send something that's true to themselves. And in Eurovision terms, we normally love that, the originality. In Eurovision Asia, I think everyone is going to be original in their own way. I think this is going to be a fantastic contest. I'm so looking forward to it. And this is a brand new year of content for us. I am so excited for all of you, all our new subscribers, to join us on our journey to Bangkok, to Malta, and to either Sofia or Burgas, wherever we go in Bulgaria. And after a summer break, it's a bit weird for me to film, get back into the flow of stuff, but we are so grateful for all of you to join us This song is touching. Let me know what you think about it down below. Do you think that Nyendra could win the Eurovision Asia Song Contest? Personally, I think this is a jury winner contender. This could win the jury vote. His vocals are flawless. They just bring you to a place of happiness and a place of, pure joy. I have no reason to suggest why this can't win the jury vote of Eurovision Asia, and I don't know any of the other songs. So could it win Eurovision Asia? You let me know down below. Next up, I believe we are hearing songs from the Philippines. We're getting a Malaysia song soon, and also Joe will bring you live action of who is going to host Eurovision 2027, Burgos or Sofia. Who will it be? You let me know down below. We are so happy to be back making content. This is so fantastic. But that was Nyendra and his song Lhayi Semo. Let me know what you think about it down below. And I will see you guys next time. And subscribe. Bye.